Hey guys, it's Kay, and I'm back with part two to Nicki Minaj's tarot reading. Um, whew, part one was a lot. Like, we got into a lot talking about her marriage and also the conspiracy, kind of proving whether the start or the movement of the Nicki Minaj hate train, was it really like all in people's heads? Was it like a conspiracy? Or, was there some shady shit being done behind the scenes? And Nicki was right, to think that. And we kind of got into that, and it was true. It's not a conspiracy. People were trying, to take her out pretty much, knock her off her pedestal. And then we also talked about how that kind of backfired and it's helping her legacy. So if you haven't seen part one, stop this video, go watch part one, and then come back. Okay, for everyone else that saw part one and you're ready to get more into Onika's spiritual tea, because her spirit guides and her ancestors, they were just pouring tea and letting it be known. So we're back, and I kind of pre-pulled for her already. My spirit guides wanted me to use my Golden Girls deck for this particular part. I'm going to kind of cover the beef amongst all the female rappers and kind of uncover like what's the issue with Nicki versus everybody, it seems like. So, um, like I said, I pre-pulled and I just kind of did an energy check just to kind of pick up and see where we are. Um, this is actually the next day, so that I'm doing this. So I like changed my sweater, so it, continuation of things, but yeah. So here we are. So in the first row, we have the Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles reversed, the Fool, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. And this is clearly talking about her marriage, because in the second row following this is the Tower upright, the Two of Cups, sorry, upright, and the Queen of Wands reversed. So we're kind of just gonna stop right there. There's 5 other cards, but I feel like I want to focus on these 8 first. So this is definitely kind of setting the scene of like her emotions, like behind the scenes. This is definitely the energy towards her relationship. Unfortunately, now, according to the cards, she's in a place where she's not in a happy place. I'll just say that. This Page of Cups and this Four of Pentacles upside down, reversed. It's kind of, and the Fool, it kind of sets the notion of too blind to see the truth, like to see what's really in front of her. And the Fool card also, as well as the Page of Cups, came up in part one when I was talking about her husband in the beginning, doing an energy check. So this is kind of the same thing. It's the end of the road with this, the Ten of Swords kind of completion, as well as the Tower and the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, it can mean partnership. It's kind of going in tandem with the Lovers card. So Sorry. This is very much like she's in a place of, I was kind of too blind to see what was really in front of me. And now that I've taken off, the rose colored glasses, I can see that this situation is no longer serving me. And unfortunately, with this Four of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Pentacles upright means, holding on to money, being very cheap, or not cheap, but very stingy with your money, just trying to hold it on and, hold on to it. And reversed, it kind of amplifies that meaning. So, like I said in part one, I think he's going to try and go the financial route to try and, get back at her, go tit for tat with her when, if they do decide to part ways. He's definitely going to go for her pockets. And I think she kind of sees that, and she's kind of bracing herself, getting her ducks in a row, getting everything together. So this is kind of like a place of sitting back and figuring out, your next move, make your next move your best move. That's kind of what she's doing. And it's kind of sad. I don't wish divorce on anyone, but like like I said in part one, it doesn't seem like this union was, he got with her for false pretenses, and I explained all of that in part one. So next we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Star reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Lover's card, and the King of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is reversed, but the King of Wands is upright. And this energy is definitely Nicki. She has a lot of masculine properties to her. She definitely rests in her masculine energy a lot. Even though appearance wise, she's very feminine, hair constantly done, makeup, outfits, she's constantly put together in the public eye, but which, dabbles in her feminine energy, but she's very masculine. Um, and God damn, the garbage trucks are so loud. So I wanted to pull up her birth chart, and she's a Sagittarius sun, a Virgo moon, which is interesting, but an Aquarius rising. And that kind of threw me for a loop, because most popular celebrities, they usually have a Leo rising. I believe Drake, Chris Brown, Beyonce, and I think Lil Uzi as well. Those are people I know, definitely. Beyonce, Drake, Chris Brown. They have Leo risings. And Leo rising is kind of like, look at me, here I am, Um, it's definitely like you're meant to be in the spotlight. So I kind of figured that she would have a Leo um rising, but she has an Aquarius rising. But going down to her Venus, I wanted to see. So Venus in our birth chart is how we love. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is definitely a masculine uh zodiac sign. Definitely operates in the masculine energy, and that's not, true for all uh Sagittarius. Not all Sagittarius women are masculine, but it's definitely rings true for Nicki. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking through the book, trying to see two things really. Leos are fire signs. Yes. Yes, they are. So, although, yes, they are. She has a lot of fire and air signs, and so this her Virgo moon is, it kind of explains, she kind of she's very analytical when it comes to her emotions, but this Aquarius rising makes her very wishy-washy, kind of. So she appears very wishy-washy, but on the inside she's very analytical. She doesn't show that side to many people. I think she kind of, almost like, people don't deem her as smart as she actually is. And she kind of plays on that a bit. That's definitely true. Especially with this Page of Cups, she can be very childish with her emotions. Almost kind of manipulative in a way, as like I said, how she kind of plays on people thinking that she's not as smart as she is. She kind of uses that and manipulates people in a way, and it definitely, I know, how did this turn into like astrology, but this kind of explains what I'm leading into. Um yeah, she kind of uses that, the way people deem her not as smart. She uses that in a way to kind of manipulate them, or manipulate the situation to a way that benefits her. And people can see that as very sneaky, or manipulative, wishy washy, And I think that's where a lot of her issues with people come into play, right? So, with that being said, we're going to get into um just her issues with other female rappers, right? So, I want to start off just asking, Spirit, did Nicki and Remy ever make up? So I was watching Remy Ma's interview on Drink Champs, and her demeanor and the way she kind of answered the questions about Nicki Minaj kind of, whoa, that's too many. Okay, I'll take it. It was no. Okay, I don't think that's for me, Spirit. That was way too many. Yeah, so the way Remy Ma kind of not beating around the bush around certain questions, but just the way that she spoke on the situation, it kind of gave me the impression that they kind of made up or they talked about the situation, or yeah, like there was some solution about the whole uh you know Sheether situation, not just Sheether, but the whole thing, the way it played out leading up, which led up to uh Sheether. And that's way too many, Spirit, but I saw it. Okay, all right, cause all right, so we have the Hierophant, which makes sense. The Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands, or in this case, the Queen of Rods, the Ace of Wands or Rods, Two of Wands or Rods, reversed, the Ten of Wands upright, the Magician upright, and then these came back out, the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, they definitely, okay, I think them not getting along kind of affected the industry in a way. Almost like people felt like they had to pick sides, and everyone else not wanting to get in that kind of influenced the um them making amends, if that makes sense. When people felt like they had to pick sides, it definitely was kind of like it was causing a lot of tension within the industry, which wouldn't really make sense because it's like they're not they don't run in the same circles. They don't have the same associates, and you know, but they do, right? So on the outside it's like Nicki's over here, Remy's over here, and they don't have to deal with each other, but the people that deal with them all have to deal with each other. The industry is very small. So they're kind of intertwined in a way. And that caused, the people in the middle to be like, nah, I need to do something because we can't, it took a toll on the industry, them just not getting along. And I was gonna ask who reached out to who first. Remy. She reached out first during Nicki's pregnancy. Yep. So the Empress is down. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So it's the Empress, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. Remy reached out first. Probably during Nicki's pregnancy, or probably shortly after she gave birth. Kind of on like a on a like congratulations, and yeah, she probably like congratulated her on like the baby or like did something like that, and Nicki took that as like, a olive branch, and that opened the doors to them talking it out, right? This was supposed to happen, and now people are like, okay, that's good, because now we can all, there's peace amongst, everyone involved. Was this a man? Spirit is like reading my mind. So my next question is, who put Remy up to doing this? Come on. Eight of Swords. That's this is crazy. Okay. I'm gonna turn these up right. Homeboy from yesterday, the guy that orchestrated the start of the Nicki hate train, the head of the organization record label, that guy. Yeah, he offered her money. So money was offered to Remy. And as soon as she did it, I'm guessing as soon as she released the record, she realized she fucked up. With the Hangman and this Eight of Swords, she realized she fucked up. That she realized she was, a puppet in, someone's game. And that caused okay. So the guy, the man, the King of Cups, the music exec, right? He reached out to Remy, propositioned her, and was like, if you do X, Y, and Z, I will pay you, right? You will get some type of financial benefit from this, right? So she took it, right? Because right, it's a bag, whatever. Whatever, the mind frame she was in at the time. So she did it. Not really thinking she was being used until it happened and she saw the kind of like the impact it made, and that's not how she figured it would go. So I'm guessing someone told her to release the record, or like, you know, prompted her to release the record under the guise of, it's all in the name of hip hop, something that was this way, but then turned around and realized, nah, you used me. And so she went against this King of Cups, and that turned her into being kind of blackballed herself. Like, if you think back after Sheether, after it dropped, it was hot for a minute, and then once it kind of fizzled out, so did she at one point. Like, we didn't see her anywhere at one point, and it was for a reason, because she realized, nah, like, you used me, like, that's not fucking cool. Like, I don't want to. I can hear her saying, like, it wasn't my uh okay, how do I say this? Her intentions wasn't to put down another rapper, another black woman, another queen in this sense, right? And definitely not being someone's hitman, almost like it. So she realized she fucked up, went against the King of Cups, got blackballed herself, basically. And in the end, once that was happening, in the midst of, her kind of fizzling out after, Sheether, got its buzz, and then we weren't talking about it anymore. In that rest period, she kind of realized, like, I was being used as a weapon. I was being weaponized to put down another black woman, another, rapper, another female rapper, because Remy is all about camaraderie amongst female rappers in the industry, period. So this was not something that was her intentions. I'm pretty sure, you know, whoever, put the battery in her back to do this, whoever pumped her up, amped her up to do this, they was probably saying all the right things, but in her right mind, she definitely wouldn't have did this. And strength is on the bottom. Yeah, this was definitely not. She also feels kind of taken advantage of. Like, it was poor judgment. I was not in my right mind. I, you know, didn't have the strength to know, to realize, what was happening, and I didn't have the strength to say no. So, yeah, this, so, okay. And I'm kind of glad that she reached out to Nicki, to, admit her wrongs and her part in it, because, that's fucked up. If you actually think about the reason behind you know, the start of this, it's actually like really fucked up. So that goes into if we're going down a timeline, what came first, Meg or Cardi? Uh let's look that up first. What came first? What year was Hot Girl Summer released? All right, let's start with that. 2019. It was released in 2019. And what year did 2000? Some people believe it started as early. When was the was that 2018? Yes, 2018. So we will start with, let's start with, even though I'm going to start with Meg first, right? Let's start with Meg first, okay? Because that's kind of short, simple, to the point, and Cardi and Lotto, that kind of intertwines, and then we'll do I guess JT at the end. Cool. So how does Nicki feel about Meg? How does she feel about Meg? Uh-oh. This is gonna be in three. This is gonna be another. This might be a 3-part video, guys, because we can go in deep with this. How does she feel about Meg? Mm-mm-mm. 3 more cards, Spirit. How does Nicki feel about? Ooh, ooh! Oh my God, that's too many, Spirit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 2 more cards, please. Mm-hmm. 1 more, Spirit. How does Nicki feel about Meg Thee Stallion? Too many. Come on. That is too many, Spirit. Come on. I'm just gonna get this one off the top. Thank you, clever. So at the top we have the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the Hermit reversed, the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. And then at the bottom, we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups, and the Lovers reversed. And then the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. Nicki is definitely the Queen of Swords. This is kind of weird. I think she honestly. Okay. So this is kind of confusing. Like, this energy is very confusing. So I'm trying to piece this together. With this Eight of Swords, it's almost like she truly wanted to work with her, collab with her, like, or she genuinely liked Meg, but then something something happened where it's almost like, or Meg showed her true colors in a sense. But then also she kind of like, I Spirit, what the hell is this? It's like she doesn't like her, but also like feels sorry for her. Like, Spirit, what the hell is this? What the hell is going on? Dang, man. The Emperor. Ten of Cups. Five of Swords. One more. What the hell? Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, she's very childish. They definitely got into it with some words were exchanged. Absolutely. Something, a man is kind of behind this emperor. Like, were they arguing about a man or because of a man? Ain't no way. Because it looks like they were actually getting along at one point. Like, okay, give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Yeah, so a man definitely, they got along at one point. I'm guessing, I mean, obviously they had to get along at one point because, they recorded a song and a video together. something something words were exchanged. Um Definitely a man had something to do with it. He either caused um them to exchange words, or he probably, this emperor is making me think it's her husband. He said something about their situation or their relationship to make Nicki reassess what was going on. Definitely. Yep, that's it. Absolutely. So they definitely got along. I don't know what Kenneth witnessed or what he said to her, but he said something to make Nicki reassess the situation. And then she approached Meg and they had an exchange of words. Maybe it has to be about money. It's about money. Like, I don't like this. This is giving very like childish. This is childish as hell. I wouldn't be surprised if, okay, this is what I'm getting from this as I'm putting these cards away. Nicki lets a lot of shit go over her head. Um, she's definitely in her full energy a lot. She, again, um, people do shit and she just lets it go over her head. Not because she's scared to confront people, or she just doesn't want to put energy into it. And now her husband is in a place where he feels like he has to protect her. So anytime he feels slighted, he says something to her, and putting that battery in her back. And now she feels like, so it's probably this situation with Meg. I'm getting, he probably felt like Nicki wasn't getting paid as much as she should. So he took it upon himself to take it to Nicki. Like, you think old girl cheating you out of money? And Queen of Swords just slid right out, along with the Death card, Ten of Swords, and the Devil. And this Knight of Pentacles, who's Kenneth. And of course, my Ace of Pentacles, my Yes card. So I'm on the right track. He definitely brought it to her attention, something about money. Like, you think, you know, what they paid you was enough, or they didn't pay you enough, babe, and you need to go check her, like she cheating you out of your money or whatever. And and Nicki's like, you think so? He like, hell yeah. And now she feels some type of way towards Meg for whatever reason. I'm guessing this is the issue about money. But this is what he does. Whenever he feels slighted or feels like someone's disrespecting her or them, he sees them as one unit. which he tells Nicki and then kind of like eggs her on to be in this bully status to where now she feels like she needs to say something, right? When any other time she would just, if it don't apply, let it fly. But then she gets in her Page of Cups energy, very childish energy, Queen of Swords energy, very, nasty, blunt, harsh, honest, quick-witted tongue, sharp tongue, she gets in that energy and wants to go tit for tat with people. And then she has her husband in that low vibrational energy egging her the fuck on. And it's like, okay, this is what the okay, I'm getting a download. I don't like the husband. I'm just gonna say this. He does not have Nicki's best interest at heart when it comes to her image. He's still very much in hood nigga vibes, hood nigga energy, right? Where he's still operating off of street codes and, things of that nature. And he's applying that to the music industry or to very professional places and professional dealings, right? He's bringing this low vibrational energy to places that it shouldn't be in. There's a time and a place for everything. So he's constantly egging her on to be disrespectful, to be petty, no pun intended, to be, acting in this bully energy, thinking that that's the way that you talk to people, that you work with, or, that sort of thing. And so now she's acting like that, and it turns people off. Now people are like, you acting fucking ghetto, or rather you're acting like a hood rat. Like, it's all, sorry guys. Yeah. So that's kind of her issue when it comes to people. He's definitely giving her the energy like it's okay to act this way because I got your back, which would be good if this energy, if he was, the support from her husband would be good if he was a nice person and he had her best interest at heart, her legacy, her image, how she appears to people, because now it's looking like she's coming off very childish and he's egging it on and, making it seem like this behavior is okay, and it's not. So we'll go into what is the situation like between Nicki and Cardi B. What is the situation like between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B? I feel like I want to do a Celtic cross behind this. Spirit, what's going on between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. That's too many, Spirit. It's way too many. What's going on between them? The Chariot, Six of Pentacles. Whoa. Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Tower. Tower is reversed. And on the bottom is the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Wands and the Tower and the Chariot are reversed. Okay, so this is a continuation from part 1. Remember when I said the false pretense of why Cardi was pushed so hard in the industry? She feels betrayed by that. Like, Cardi should have knew better in a sense. Because I feel like they did get along at one point, you know. So Nicki feels like you should have known that they were gonna pit us against each other, and you fell for it, and that's kind of fucked up. And so I don't know if we can blame it on Cardi not knowing any better, because like Remy, she also, when she realized she was being used or weaponized as, a part of Nicki's demise, essentially, you know, in the industry. Death, Emperor, Hermit, yeah. Page of Cups, Death, Emperor, Hermit. Yeah, this Emperor, he definitely is holding the puppet strings. That Cardi B's rise and how people took so likely to her, or almost how it came easy to her. That kind of made Nicki depressed, almost like she's literally being handed this and I had to work hard for this. And it's just that's her issue with the young girls now. She feels like everything she's worked so hard for, all of the barriers she's worked to break down, and all of the glass ceilings she has shattered, and just working hard for the respect of her peers, she feel like it's given too easy now, and that kind of makes her depressed, almost like, if it was this easy, why didn't it happen for me? It kind of makes her feel like a why me situation, almost. almost victimizing herself in a way. Like, not saying she wants people to feel sorry for her, but that definitely takes a hit where it's like, think of you're in school and it's a group project, and everyone is bullshitting on this project, and you know you're the only one who's getting shit done doing the project, and when it's time for it to be due, you did all the work, but everyone gets to put their name on the project, and it's like, yeah, we passed, but you you were given this grade because of me. Like, so that's how she feels. Very much. With the death card, they definitely pushed Cardi as like her replacement almost. And it's like, you can't replace something that's still here. And she's like, I'm still here. Why are you guys calling her the new queen of rap? And excuse me, why are you guys calling her the queen of rap? And she's the next, you know, it girl, and the all of this, and I'm still here. I'm still working on my career. Like, hello, like, did y'all forget about me? Like, I'm still here. Like, I'm right here. And that kind of definitely took a little blow to not only her ego, but she kind of fell into like this depressive state with the hermit card. Almost like this definitely made her go into reflection mode. Pretty much like, is this even for me anymore? Right. And then, of course, the King of Cups asshole guy orchestrating, the Nicki hate train. And this Nine of Pentacles, he's just, and that was the Queen of Wands that popped up. And he, was just reveling in the joy of all this chaos that he fucking caused, right? Nine of Pentacles, not realizing like she's depressed. Like, if this woman would have did something to herself, King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Hangman. Yeah, everyone's celebrating, everyone's rejoicing, and she's kind of in this stalemate mode, and it's fucked up because he also comes off as the King of Pentacles as well. This King of Cups guy, whoever the fuck he is. Everyone's rejoicing at her failing, and all the people that were like kissing her ass, and it's like, oh, Nicki, you the best rapper. It was so easy for you guys to turn on her. So easy, right? And now she's, taking a chance to reflect, and she's like, Knight of Wands. Was any of this real? Wheel of Fortune. Like, was you really fucking with me for real? Or is, this the real you? Like, she couldn't trust anybody. And so I see how her husband wants to protect her. And this is kind of how he began to twist and manipulate her, the chariot upside is reversed. He began to twist and manipulate the Empress, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and Justice. So as she, on her hiatus or at the height of Cardi B's, the peak of her, around the time, she's like getting all these accolades and covers and the Grammy especially, that was definitely kind of the breaking point. Almost like they gave Cardi B that Grammy to piss Nicki off purposely. They knew that would hurt her, and it did. And so now she's in this fragile state of mind, and this gives her husband the chance to come in and kind of, plant this seed of her, you know, acting now the way she's acting. That all of this kind of is brewing behind the scenes. So the issues that she's having now, it started, amongst all of this. Cardi B getting that Grammy was the nail in the coffin, definitely. This man, whoever he is, I want to know who this King of Cups is. I feel like I know who he is, but I don't want to. I feel like it could be. Let me just. I feel like it's Lucian Grange, the owner of Universal Music Group, but that is not the label Cardi B is signed to. So, like I said, it's one person and then it's people underneath that he has operating for him. But this man, it could be Lucian Grange. I feel like it is him. Um, but whoever this is, he definitely gave Cardi the Tower is reversed. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Whoa. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So I'm gonna take that as confirmation that it is him. He he's the guy, the king of cups that has the issue with Nicki. He also kind of orchestrated Cardi getting that Grammy. Not saying that she didn't deserve it, but it definitely was some things going on behind the scenes that